The sun's tears have been used to describe it. It is utilized everywhere. From significant ancient sacrifices made to the gods, to kings' graves, to your grandpa's crown embellishment. It's gold, that's correct. The meaning is in the word itself. Gold has been prized greatly ever since the beginning of mankind. However, why precisely is that? How is it possible that a shiny pebble the size of your palm is worth the same as a car? We'll respond to these questions today. We'll discuss the background of gold, how it came to be prized, how uncommon it truly is, and whether the value will continue into the present era. For countless ages, gold has retained its great value. In Egypt, where some monarchs recorded that gold was as easy to find as dirt, gold was already being used in artifacts as early as 4000 BC. Gold was initially incorporated into jewelry 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia. Small gold squares known as yingyuan were first used as money in 1091 BC. The ancient Persians and Greeks then utilized gold coins. At the time, many Greek philosophers like Plato and Aristotle believed that gold was a dense combination of two things, water and sunlight. Though their observation about gold showing up in running water was pretty spot on, their science was a bit off. Scientists believe that all the gold on Earth originated from the explosion of a collapsing star. Yes, that's right. The shiny ring on your finger and that gold tooth in your grandpa's mouth were created as a result of a supernova billion years ago. Additionally, gold particles were mixed into the cosmic cloud that formed the Earth. But that gold sank to the center of our planet near the core. Over time, the gold peppered its way throughout the Earth, has been brought closer to the surface, and deposited in veins by warming and cooling water as a result of shifting fault lines. Some of those veins surface via erosion, and water carries small golden nuggets from those veins downstream, which explain why gold is often found in moving streams. For example, the gold flakes found in the American River in 1848 by John Sutter. It's an event that kick-started the gold rush, which brought around 300,000 people to the gold state, resulting in $81 million worth of gold being mined in less than 10 years. A couple of decades later in 1990, the Gold Standard Act was passed, which made gold an asset that was backed by paper money. And just a couple of decades later, Franklin D. Roosevelt made it illegal for US citizens to own more than a small amount of gold in the form of coins or certificates. Moreover, citizens were strongly compelled to sell their gold for a rate of $20.67 per troy ounce to the US Treasury. And that gold was then stored in Fort Knox in Kentucky. In 1975, the golden window was closed, which ended the fixed exchange rate between gold and paper currency, as well as the rules regarding private ownership of gold. So yes, gold has been through quite a lot over the past 7,000 years. But one important thing has remained the same. Gold has always been valued. But why gold? Mainly because we say it is. But we say it is for an absolutely good reason. Firstly, when it came to finding something of value before traditional currency, civilizations had several options. There are 118 elements known to man, but of those, only a few were viable options to be used as commodity. Also, scary radioactive elements like uranium and plutonium wouldn't be particularly easy to toss in your pocket and use at a local bazaar. Then, there are the more reasonably familiar elements like iron, silver, copper, and titanium. But surprisingly, all of these have less than desirable characteristics. Aluminum, while great for wrapping leftover pizza, is too much flimsy to be used in coins or artifacts. And on the other end of the spectrum, titanium is far too hard to utilize. It can only be smelted at 1000 degrees Celsius. And people in ancient Mesopotamia didn't have the technology to make that happen. Iron and lead, while both plentiful and easy to manipulate, wouldn't be as useful as a currency because they rust. And there is far too much of it available. Abundance is an issue when it comes to value. If everyone had an acre of gold in their front yard, that gold would be about as valuable as the weeds growing alongside it. On the other hand, impossibly rare and scarce metals like platinum are also a problem because they aren't found widely enough to be used as a currency between cultures and communities. So that brings us to silver and gold. Both are just scarce enough to be considered valuable, but not so scarce that obtaining them would have been impossible. Plus, they are both malleable, which allowed early civilizations to hold the precious metals in whatever their hearts desired. Even if their hearts desired things like this, and though gold is malleable, it's pretty much indestructible. That means gold, which was used by Mesopotamians, still exists today. The gold we're mining today will be around for generations. Another reason why gold is so valuable sounds a bit less profound. But in reality, it is just as tied to science. That reason is that humans like shiny things. We like glitter, we like pizzas, we like chandeliers hanging from the ceilings of our mansions, and we love shiny, shiny gold. Scientists believe that our attraction to shiny things can be linked to our biological attraction to water. So next time someone gives you the side eye for buying a new watch or a glossy new car, tell them you can't help. It's all in your DNA. So there are 4 reasons why gold is so valuable. Number 1, it's scarce. 2, it was easy for our ancestors to utilize. Number 3, it's terrible. And number 4, it's shiny and we like that. But there's one part that we need to dive into just a little bit deeper. It's the scarcity of gold when we live in a society where you can get gold flakes in your mixed drinks at a casino in Vegas. How scarce can it be? The answer is a bit surprising and a bit more complicated than you may expect. Currently, if you took the world's gold stock and melted it down, it would form a cube measuring about 6 to 8 feet on each side. For reference, that beautiful, solid gold cube would easily fit inside a baseball infield. In other words, it's not a lot. Around 47% of the world's gold is in the form of jewelry, and 39% is used in things like coins and bars. The remaining percentage falls into the other category. That includes the gold used in technology, building materials, and dental work. But our supply of gold steadily grows at an estimated 2% per year. And even then, there are millions of tons of gold that we haven't figured out how to access yet. It's estimated that there are at least 20 million tons of gold in our world's oceans. Not pounds, tons, and not thousands, but millions. Forbes estimated that the amount of gold found in our oceans is likely to equal about $771 trillion. And those scientists and people itching to make a quick buck have tried to figure out a way to reach the precious gold. They haven't quite figured it out just yet, and many believe that they never will. The next question is prompted by the fact that many veins are miles beneath the surface of the sea, and that extracting gold from them would be a very difficult process. What does the gold market's future hold? There are numerous experts debating the future of gold all over the place. But if the past is any indication, gold's worth appears to be stable. Gold has always had worth, despite the fact that it can vary unfavorably over both the short and long terms. An ounce of gold bought a fine man's suit in the time of Shakespeare, and so it does today, investment manager Gary Brinson remarked. It appears that we could be purchasing suits on Mars or the moon with just an ounce of gold if gold's worth over the precious 7,000 years is any indicator of what it will cost in the future. There you have it then. This is the background of gold, why it is valuable, and what its prospects look like. What do you think? Does gold deserve to be worth so much? Have you got any? Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank you in advance for your feedback. I am Miss Luxurious, signing off for now. Do not forget to visit our YouTube luxury channel, Luxzoid, to explore the exemplification of the great state of comfort and extravagant living.